We've made it, Celestial Mystics, to the final descent of the Mirror of the Underworld Series. From the Taurus Full Moon all the way to this Scorpio New Moon, we've been working the shadow like spiritual accountants, balancing energy, paying off karmic interest, and upgrading our soul's credit score. Remember where we started, the framework of the spiritual path, where we learned how spiritual wealth is built, not wished for, the glow under pressure. How pressure doesn't break diamonds, it reveals them. Anubis protection, where we put our boundaries in black and gold armor. The Earth Bank reset, when we cashed that spiritual refund and got real about how matter and money obey the same laws. Through the veil, we saw how fear disguises itself as logic. The 1111 portal ether meditation, where we cleared ancestral contracts and called in divine favor. And yes, we even touched politics with that starvation spell and the reversal song, because what's happening in the economy is also happening in our collective spirit. Now here we are, the Scorpio New Moon, the moon of rebirth, the moon of receipts. This is where your inner spiritual gangster steps up and says, I've done the shadow work. I've paid my dues. Now I'm canceling every emotional and financial contract that kept me bound. So grab your candles, your bowl of salt water, and your I'm done playing with karma attitude, because tonight we're not begging for blessings. We're issuing divine notices of release. This ritual isn't about debt in the physical sense alone. It's about the places you've overpaid in guilt and shame and self-blame and underinvested in your joy. It's about spiritual solvency. The moment your soul says, my balance is clear. Let's talk about why forgiveness is your fastest refund, why the spiritual gangsta is the real debt collector of the soul, and how this new moon resets every unpaid vibration back to divine order.
Where magic meets mindset, where the moon lights the way. Manifesting with Mystique, every law's in play. Align it, believe it, receive it. With Mystique, you'll achieve it. Manifesting with Mystique, your cosmic path is clear.
Let's talk about your spiritual gangster for a second. Not the part of you that fights with people, but the part of you that fights for your peace. That inner warrior who doesn't flinch when the universe says, pay up. Because a real spiritual gangster knows the only thing you ever owe is forgiveness. Forgiveness is wealth management for the soul. Unforgiveness is emotional debt collecting interest in your spirit. Every grudge you keep adds another late fee to your vibration. And the longer you let it sit, the more it compounds. Guilt, shame, resentment, all of it becomes spiritual credit card debt. You see, financial debt is just the 3D reflection of emotional imbalance. If you still feel like somebody owes you closure, you'll keep attracting bills that demand payment. Because the universe mirrors our emotional bookkeeping. So when you clear the books in your heart, your finances start to follow suit. Let's be real. Sometimes you've got to talk to yourself like a boss. I forgive me for fumbling the bag. I forgive them for playing with my peace. I forgive life for being late with my blessings. You're not doing it to let anyone off the hook. You're doing it because carrying that bitterness costs too much spiritual energy. You can't be a wealthy soul while holding emotional overdrafts. That's why Scorpio season comes swinging. not to punish, but to purge. It's the repo man of the zodiac, and it comes for the lies, the fear, the guilt, the power leaks. It's the part of the year where your higher self kicks in the door and says, you've paid enough. So tonight's ritual is where your spiritual gangster gets licensed. You're about to cancel contracts made in guilt, dissolve agreements made in fear, and repossess every piece of your divine inheritance that's been sitting in spiritual collections. And you're going to do it with power, grace, and maybe even a little laughter. Because abundance isn't timid. Abundance has boundaries. And forgiveness isn't weakness, it's wealth. Here's the truth about spiritual debt. It's not about numbers on a screen. It's about energy that's been loaned out but never reclaimed. Every time you overgive, over-explain, or overstay, you take out an emotional loan with interest. And when that interest starts to collect, it feels like exhaustion, burnout, or financial strain. That's why the Scorpio New Moon is the perfect time to cancel contracts. Scorpio rules power, death, and rebirth. It governs the underworld of the soul, the place where old vows and hidden attachments live. Tonight we go there not to suffer, but to settle. We're closing the books on guilt and shame and opening a new account in divine credit. You're not doing this ritual to get something. You're doing it to clear space so that what's yours can flow again. When you forgive, you break the lien against your joy. When you release resentment, you liquidate old emotional debt. And when you reclaim your power, you restore your spiritual credit line. Now let's walk through the ritual. You'll need 2 candles, one black and one gold. The black candle represents transmutation. It absorbs what no longer serves you. The gold candle represents your restored wealth, light, and divine favor. You'll also need a bowl of salt water and 3 sheets of paper. On the first sheet, write the names of anyone you still feel resentment toward. On the second, write what you haven't forgiven yourself for. On the third, write any financial debts or recurring money worries that weigh on your spirit. As you write, speak aloud. I acknowledge this imbalance, but I no longer agree to carry it. Next, light your black candle. Hold each sheet over the flame safely, let it burn, and drop the ashes into the bowl of salt water. As the paper burns, say, by divine law, all emotional and financial debts are paid in full through forgiveness. Let the sound of those words vibrate through your chest. You're declaring spiritual solvency. No outstanding karmic balance, no emotional arrears, no unpaid energy. Now call in the archangels. Michael, guardian of divine authority and protector of power. Raphael, healer of hearts and restorer of peace. Sachiel, bringer of divine favor and prosperity. Ask them to surround you as witnesses and allies while you cleanse the accounts of your soul. Michael cuts every cord made in fear and seals your energy in divine order. Raphael releases every trace of guilt or shame and restores flow to your heart and body. Sachiel pours prosperity and favor into the new space you've cleared through forgiveness. Feel their presence forming a triangle of light around you. Above you, strength. Within you, healing. Before you, abundance. And that is the power of divine circulation restored. Before we begin, make sure you're in a quiet space where you can breathe, relax, and be fully present. This is your moment to connect with the divine within you. If you have your candles, your bowl of salt water, and your 3 sheets of paper nearby, place them in front of you now. If you don't have them, imagine them vividly. Your intention is the real ritual. Take a deep breath, let your shoulders drop, let the noise of the world fall away. Tonight, you are not running from the past or chasing the future. You are standing still at the center of your own divine balance. This is sacred accounting. The moment where you reconcile every energetic ledger and declare yourself debt-free in the spirit. In front of you, see 2 candles, one black and one gold, a bowl of salt water, and 3 blank sheets of paper. The black candle glows softly, ready to absorb every burden you're releasing. The gold candle waits to replace what leaves you with light. We're about to begin writing. Each sheet represents a category of forgiveness and release. If you're writing physically, take your time. If you're visualizing, see each sheet forming clearly in your mind. Now pick up the first sheet. This is external forgiveness. You're writing down the people and groups whose energy you're ready to clear from your field. Write. My coworkers and customers at my current job. Any coworkers I've worked with in the past, family members and siblings, any past relationships, friendships, or authority figures I've resented. As you write, breathe deeply and say quietly, I acknowledge this imbalance, but I no longer agree to carry it. You're not blaming, you're balancing. You're simply ending unpaid emotional contracts. Take a breath. Now pick up the second sheet. This one is self-forgiveness, and this is where you release yourself from self-condemnation, guilt, and regret. Write. Every version of me that settled, overgave, or stayed silent when I should have spoken up. The parts of me that still carry guilt about money or mistakes. Let every word be an act of compassion toward your own soul. You are not your errors. You are the lesson that came from them. Say, I forgive myself for every debt I imagined I owed to my past. And breathe again. Now take the third sheet. This one is financial or emotional debt. Here you release any belief in lack or struggle that's been tied to your name or lineage. Write every contract, debt, or obligation made from fear or lack. Any belief that I must struggle to be worthy. As you finish, whisper, I release every lie that said I have to earn love, peace, or prosperity. It's already mine. Lay your pen down. You've just documented your divine discharge papers. These pages are no longer lists. They are receipts of release. Take another deep breath. You're about to complete the release. Every name, every word, every memory written on those pages has already begun dissolving in spirit. Now we bring that release into the physical realm. Light your black candle. Watch the flame flicker and dance. This light knows what to do. It doesn't judge, it transmutes. Hold your first sheet, the one for external forgiveness. If it feels safe, let the edge of the paper catch the flame. Watch it curl and turn to ash and say aloud, by divine law, all emotional debts between me and others are paid in full through forgiveness. Drop the ash into your bowl of salt water. Hear the faint hiss or imagine the sound. That's energy neutralizing, contracts closing, power returning to you. Now lift your second sheet, self-forgiveness. Hold it over the flame and say, by divine law, all debts I imagined I owed to myself are canceled. I release guilt, shame, and self-blame now. Let it burn safely and drop it into the water. As you do, feel the space opening in your chest, light pouring in where heaviness once lived. Finally, lift the third sheet, financial and emotional debt. Hold it over the flame and declare, by divine law, every belief in lack or struggle is null and void. My spirit is solvent. My supply is restored. Drop it into the water. Let the ashes merge and dissolve. The bowl now holds the energy of what was, and it's finished. Take a breath and look at the black candle again. See the smoke rising upward, carrying every burden you've released back into divine light for recycling. Nothing wasted, nothing lost, everything transformed. Now call in the archangels. Michael, guardian of divine authority and protector of power. Raphael, healer of hearts and restorer of peace. Sachiel, bringer of divine favor and prosperity. Invite them to surround you. Michael stands at your right hand, radiant in electric blue fire. Raphael stands at your left, shining emerald green. Sachiel stands before you in golden light that glows like the sun. Say quietly, archangels of divine order, healing and prosperity. Witness this release and seal it in truth. Cut every cord made in fear. Heal every wound born of guilt. Expand every blessing now cleared to flow. Pause. Feel their presence forming a triangle of light around you. Above you, strength. Within you, healing. Before you, abundance. Now light your gold candle. Let the two flames glow together, one ending, one beginning. This is divine circulation, the balance of giving and receiving restored. Close your eyes and visualize a waterfall of golden light descending from above, pouring through your crown and into your heart. See it wash through your mind, your home, your finances, your body. Every cell is filled with warmth and radiance. Every space that once held tension now hums with divine ease. Whisper, my balance is clear, circulation restored, forgiveness complete. I am solvent in spirit. Let the gold light expand until it fills the entire room. This is your new vibration, peaceful, prosperous, and protected. In this sacred moment, your balance is clear, and the word agrees with you. The scripture says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 12, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. That line is not just about money. It's the divine equation of energy exchange. When you forgive, You remove the spiritual interest rate from your blessings. You stop paying for what's already been redeemed. Psalm 37, verse 21 says, "The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy." Mercy is the true currency of the Spirit, and the one who forgives becomes the lender, not the borrower. You're no longer in spiritual deficit. You're operating in divine surplus. Look to the tarot for confirmation. The Death card represents the energy of Scorpio, endings that become beginnings, transformation that leads to rebirth. The Justice card stands beside it, divine order restored, every imbalance corrected. And the Nine of Pentacles crowns them both, self-mastery, wealth, peace, and independence after the release. That's the story of this night. Death, justice, freedom, it's the spiritual gangsta's trilogy of triumph. And remember the archangels who stood with you. Michael stands guard over the new boundaries you've built. Raphael continues to heal the emotional spaces the past once occupied, and Sachiel expands the prosperity and favor that now flow freely through your life. Together, they are your divine counsel, strength, healing, and expansion in perfect rhythm. The work is done, the balance is clear, the ledger is sealed, your soul is solvent. Take a slow breath and let it roll out of you like a wave returning to the ocean. Feel how light you are right now, clear, calm, confident. The spiritual paperwork is finished, the debt is gone, and your soul has stepped into new wealth that no system can measure. Every time you breathe from this point forward, you're breathing as a solvent soul, balanced, abundant, and untouchable by fear. Keep both candles burning safely until the black one fades out on its own. Let the gold candle continue a little longer as a reminder of the light that remains. When you pour out the bowl of water, whisper, "It is finished." That simple act closes the ritual and opens your next chapter. As you move through the days ahead, pay attention to how quickly things shift. Old debts may resolve, conversations may clear, and unexpected blessings may appear. That's the energy of circulation restored, forgiveness flowing forward as favor. If this ritual spoke to your spirit, take a moment to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that they are already paid in full. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and join the Celestial Mystics community for more manifestation spells, meditations, and cosmic teachings. Together, we keep the current of divine wealth moving. I love you with that agape kind of love. Perfect health, abundant wealth, perfect self-expression, and relationships that are love-based and fair exchanges of energy. That's the foundation of our collective. And remember, celestial mystics and mages, you are solvent in spirit, you are free, you are favored.
Alright, Celestial Mystics, that's another download from Manifesting with Mystique in the books. You just caught some divine strategy from the Cosmic Architect herself. Now it's time to let that frequency live in your playlist. Slide over to the Hidden Hymns archives, where every lesson gets its own soundtrack, original songs by Tiffany Satchel. That's where the teachings turn into music, the affirmations turn into melodies, and the manifestation work turns into rhythm. So if today's message moved your spirit, go hear the vibration that goes with it. Search Hidden Hymns archives right here on YouTube, or tap that link in the description and catch the track that carries this vid's magic. Keep your energy clear, your heart open, and your speakers tuned to heaven's frequency. Until next time, stay manifesting, stay mystic, and keep the hymns hidden in your heart.
Most high contract complete. I'm a spiritual gangster, paid in full of light. Forgave the past, now my future's in sight. Gold flame burning, black smoke on. Balance restored, my power turned on. I forgive like a boss, I release like a king. I don't chase blessings, they circle my ring.